Of Corey Scow. Corey is extremely well known in the security community, goes way back. Occasionally when you try to find Corey, he's not there. Then when he comes back, you find out he's been in Iraq. And you're saying, why? And he can't tell you. But he's well respected by government, by industry. He's over all the time. He's involved with Microsoft. But he has put together this incredible program at Idaho State. And I'd like Joe to talk to you about that.
Switch all the way up.
Thank you. Glad that we could go second, so I can tell you that we do everything that City University does. We just do it a little bit better. In fact,
Peace in the team.
You know, we spend most of our time on Web 3.0 now. No, our program is really different. We're not quite as technically focused as a lot of other programs. We're doing the Scholarship for Service program through the National Science Foundation's Federal Cyber Corps. What that does for you is the federal government actually pays for your degree. We're all graduate students right now. So they pay for our degree. They pay all of our tuition fees, your out-of-state fees if you decide to come over, pay for your books, as well as give you a monthly stipend every month, about $1,000 a month to live on. So it's a really nice way if you decide you want to go on to graduate school and you want the government to pay for it. They will, and then they give you an opportunity, a commitment to work for them for 2 years afterwards. And you get to pick your focus, and you get to pick where you want to go work as long as they'll accept you. There's a lot of graduates that have gone on. There's people in the Department of Education, people working at the NSA, the FBI, DHS. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the Air Force's new Network Warfare Wing down in Texas. If you're interested in those kind of operations, actually, offensive operations against foreign countries, that's a great place to go work. But our program is heavily focused on how business and IT systems and information security work together. So in our program, like I said, you get a master's in business administration as well as a focus in information assurance. So it prepares people to be leaders in the federal government and the industry in general in information security. So please talk to us if you're interested. I do have some pamphlets and brochures. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the program, some of the classes that we do, just talk with any one of the white judges can point you in the right direction. So thank you.
Joe, how many scholarships do you offer a year?
It depends on how good they are. We'll take whoever's great. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's a competitive process, but I have to tell you, the people who come out of that program really do great things in the federal government. There is a commitment. For every year you get your scholarship, you put in a year of government service, but then after that, sky's the limit. So if you have an interest in self-selecting for a program like that, Joe's the guy to talk to. Now, I think I have some other housekeeping announcements. Did Corinne go over? Is anybody here from, did anybody want to make announcements about architecture issues, or?
Sure.
Did you want to?
Yeah.
Anything on the research side, David, you need to talk about? You're talking into the camera.
Well, first of all, congratulations on surviving the first day and making it back here this morning. That's, give yourself a hand for I have to tell you, from a business case standpoint, with your scenario supporting a social networking site, I've got some good news and some bad news. Okay, the good news is our beta test run yesterday was pretty successful, so the customers that are consuming your application definitely have an appetite for more, which means the rewards to you for uptime are going to increase today. In fact, with each hour of the day, it's going to get more rewarding to have your services up and running, because this thing's going to go viral. I mean, it's going to be the next Farmville, folks. I mean, it's really going to go incredible places, but here's the problem. If your stuff is down, you can't get the points. All right, so I mean, the word is from your investors, get the services up now. Do whatever it takes. If you have to pay to restore your stuff to a pristine state, then my advice is you better pay the points. and get it up and running, because you can't win if you don't play. All right, so you have to open the throttle on this thing in order to cash in on the profits that are going to be available to you today. Okay. The bad news is some of you have some really unacceptable downtime right now on a lot of services, and there's some irritated customers that may be talking to you about that. So, you know, you might want to polish up your best customer service manner and presence today, just in case you have some direct contact with some customers that are less than delighted with your rollout yesterday. Okay, so that's just a word to the wise. Oh, like how you should behave in a customer service environment. I don't know, how do you think you should behave in a customer service environment?
Customer's always right.
Customer's
No.
always
The
right.
customer is always the customer. They're not always right, but they're always the customer.
They're always the customer.
Well, let's just say you might want to get on the internet and look up how to deal with difficult people. That's all I can say on that one. You know, the other thing is, though, I mean, understand, this is a real world situation. I mean, we're not playing around here, folks. So we understand there's some stress, you know, there's some energy consumption, you know, there's bugs going around. We like to keep a healthy workplace here. If we think any of you are looking a little bit too much under the weather, we might just have to pull you out for a little sick time. All right, so that may happen. So, you know, you need to kind of, you know, get enough caffeine, you know, work out a little bit, you know, make sure that you're not being culled from the herd because you're at risk of infecting, you know, your whole workplace. So watch out for that one. What else? Did we get the memo out?
Yes,
Well, wait
I
a
got
minute,
the
we
memo.
do have an emergency. We do
Okay,
have to
the
talk
10,
to
do you
you.
want to make an announcement about the 10.x.x?
Oh, well, yeah. Here's just a generic, you know, I mean, you know, your customers are going to be responding to you directly, I can promise you that. But there's this one thing that's come through our satisfaction surveys right now. Do you understand that all your customer base is coming in on the 10.x.x.x network? All right, so those of you who've adopted aggressive security policies and blocked the 10 subnet have just destroyed all your customer relationships, and they're not really happy about it. So if I were you, I would make room for the customer in your business. Just a word to the wise.
Okay, we just got a word in from Acme Security. Okay, this is a security incident report. Overnight, the proximity of alarm in your offices was triggered. Upon investigation, the responding security personnel saw persons fleeing the building. The area was secured, and it was ascertained that no property was stolen. It has been determined that a member of your janitorial staff let some friends in, and security has been unable to determine what they were doing around your computers. Just a word. Security report. You'll get this.
All right, but remember, we're going live on our website today, and we haven't got time to mess around, so the services need to be up yesterday.
Is everybody clear?
One last thing.
What happened with the janitors?
Oh, they got fired. Yes. One last thing. Could you stand up, Michelle? This is Michelle Goldie. She is going to go around and just observe people to see